And there we go.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pride Tuesday Games. I don't know if this has an official name. We're going to play some Crash Pandas. I'm Anders, and I'm going to be your game master, gay master, whatever you want to call it. It's Pride. And I'm just going to let my players sort of introduce themselves and tell you who they are and where you can find them on the internet, and then we'll get into it. Let's start to my right. Yeah, with Maddie.
Oh, hi. I'm Maddie, aka So Many Games, and I'm playing Morty, a old raccoon, because, that's how I feel. And, yeah, he's a nice guy, sweet guy, until he gets behind the wheel. And then he's a little bit of a rager, and, wants you to get off of his lawn. Yeah. Um, and the getting to Pride is just the last thing on his bucket list. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go down below Maddie to Val.
Hi, I'm Val. I don't know why my voice went so high on that. I'm the Nerdy Niffler on Twitter, and today I'll be playing Silk, the French aerial acrobat former Cirque du Soleil trash panda, who has come to LA to escape the authorities, and also to finally meet her long-distance girlfriend who she's been chatting to for 2 years.
All right. Go down again to Cole.
Hey, I'm Cole. I'm playing Nell, who is a very angry gay gal who is going to Pride to defend her girlfriend's honor. And you can find me on Twitter at Cole Moriel. That's my intro.
All right. And then over to the left, Anthony.
Hi, I'm Anthony. Twitter handle is at MejiRider. It's kind of difficult to type in. 2 eyes. So I play Jack, and he's a good Aussie boy from the outskirts of the Down Under, Australia. Everything is just Mad Max there when it comes to street racing, and he kind of left there because he can't marry his kangaroo boyfriend, Wallaby. They don't allow raccoon marriages. Oh, yeah, but anyways, he's just gonna try to make a big gesture to propose to his boyfriend, and we'll see how that goes.
All right. And last but not least, Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And today I will be playing Binks, who is a kind of weird little raccoon who loves snacks. She hates the man. And she's one of the leading members of a underground anarchist group called the Shade Brigade. And she's she's here because if Pride doesn't create space for us, then we're going to make the space ourselves. So, welcome.
All right. And once again, I'm Anders, and you can find me on the internet at Anders_D_K. Very excited and slightly terrified to be running this for you. We're going to do one more thing before we get started, and that is Emma. You were going to say a few words about Pride Month here on Variant Roles and the money that we are raising for Trans Lifeline.
Absolutely. So this month, Variant Roles is running a ton of Pride community games and streams. We've got a lot of awesome stuff happening. Every Saturday, we have a Pride brunch, and Tuesday nights, right now, there will be Pride games as well. And there's also a new game that Knox is working on for this weekend, which there's a sign up around on Twitter for that. Which is Fall of Magic, I believe. Yes, Fall of Magic. And during all of the community games this month, all donations, bits, everything goes directly to Trans Lifeline. There's a link straight down below. You'll see where it says has the VR logo. And so far, we've raised almost $300 to go to them, which is amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated to that. We're going to hopefully keep this going. It's been awesome. This community is amazing. And thank you so much to everybody who's donated. Trans Lifeline is an amazing 501c3 organization that provides a ton of support for our trans siblings, family members, friends, partners. So any support, every single little bit helps. So thank you.
All right. I can't stall anymore. So, we're going to be playing Crash Pandas, which, if you don't know, is a one-page RPG by Grant Howitt. You can find it on his Twitter. It's linked there. He has a Patreon. The game itself is pay what you want. So if you can't afford to financially support him right now, you can spread the word. You can pay later. It's a great game, and I suggest you check it out. We are going to start by having our raccoons, our trash pandas as they were, roll for their items, because this is super fun and the item list is ridiculous. So I'm just going to have everybody roll 2 d20s. If you get doubles, you can re-roll. Unless you want 2 of the same thing, because it might be really cool to have 2 fake IDs, but it's your choice. So go ahead and do those rolls real quick, and then we'll kind of go through and you can tell me what you got.
And real quick, Maddie, thank you. That's really lovely.
It's cool.
Okay, let's see here. That's perfect. That is perfect. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's great.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
All right, who wants to share what they got first? Let's go backwards. Emma, what'd you roll?
Wait, are we rolling twice?
Yes, roll d20 twice.
Okay. Hold on. I got the first one, which was 18. So I have red paint.
Red paint. That adds +1 speed if you put it on a car.
Okay. Okay. Or I could throw it on someone.
Or you could throw it on someone. Yeah, absolutely.
I got a 2, which is some duct tape.
Perfect. Absolutely vital. It is the best repair tool in the repair kit. All right. Anthony, what'd you roll?
I got a bandit mask and some red paint. I like to huff paint though, so if I just huffed all of it, could I get some extra speed?
Maybe your personal alacrity will be faster. Yeah, maybe.
Great.
Cool.
Just perfect.
Cole, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 13 and 11, which is a cassette tape and a broom.
Perfect. Yes, so the cassette tape, we can't legally play it, even though it would be really cool if we could. It's playing Queen's Greatest Hits. So just
Hell
throughout
yeah.
the game, imagine that we're jamming to We Will Rock You, the greatest Pride anthem of
Can
all
we
time.
also talk about how fitting that is, though?
Exactly.
Good Omen style.
Also, I think the broom is also fitting, seeing as I am also a gay witch. Proceed.
Perfect.
Right.
Vowel. Vowel.
My name is Val. I love that so much.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
I'm not for sale for anything less than 10,000. I rolled a 12 and a 13, so I've got a cardboard box of multi-purpose logistics and obfuscated device. Can't say the word.
Obfuscation.
I got a box, and it's gonna be.
You've got a box full of whatever you want to have in the box.
It's good for hiding. That's what
it's good.
obfuscate, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for stealth. And a cassette tape with one of my favorite bands on it, and that will just be blasting Killer Queen the entire way.
So I imagine you guys are gonna outfit your car so you can play 2 Queen songs at the same time.
Multiple cassette players, just all outfitted.
And Maddie.
So I got a 7 and a 14. So I got a lead pipe and some cough syrup.
The good stuff.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the good stuff.
Yeah, that's the good shit.
All right.
I already put the 1 in Schutzbus, so I don't know. I'm not going to be very useful mentally.
All right. So, we're gonna take our raccoons, we're gonna take our equipment, and we are going to jump right in to Furry Road. Excuse me. I didn't get my own pun correct. So, it is the night before Pride, and the 5 of you have come together behind the dumpsters and concocted a plan. You see, raccoons aren't allowed at the Pride Parade. Rodents in general are banned from city celebrations, and that makes you angry. You deserve the right to be proud of who you are. So you've taken it upon yourselves to make your own Pride, to crash Pride. You are all gathered in the dark of a late night, nearly 2 a.m., outside of Papa John's, not Papa John's, Papa John's Party Supply Warehouse. And you've heard rumor that this is where the city keeps all the old parade floats. That means Thanksgiving Day parade, Christmas Day, 4th of July, you name it, it's in this building. You've got a large garage door that seems to be the most viable entrance, but it's heavy and it's locked. You've also got a set of sort of triple small square pane windows that go along the wall, but they're about 6 feet up off the ground. It's dark. The street around you is deserted. What do you do?
So, like, are we gonna try to climb up and get in?
Yeah,
We
that
could,
seems.
jump on each other's shoulders, maybe? Make a ladder?
Put on my bandit mask because, you know, at this point, we want to keep ourselves real low, real quiet, right?
Wow, absolutely.
Oh, should we? I don't know how to regulate the volume of my voice.
If they see our faces, they can understand later.
Maybe
So-
there's like sewers? Are there sewers? Do we see any sewers?
There might be sewers. You could look for some sewers. Go ahead and make a chutzpah check. This is for carrying off schemes, ruses, and lies, but sneakiness, we're gonna call chutzpah.
Am I rolling with a d6?
You are rolling with a d6, yes. And if you can make this relate to your personal backstory, you can roll an additional d6. A success is a 4, 5, or 6. Different tasks will require different numbers of successes. All right.
Okay.
So how many points do you have in Chutzpah?
I have 13. Is that right?
Nope. That's okay. This is your first time playing this game. So when you roll stats, you roll.
Right?
When you roll for stats, you roll d4s.
1 each.
1 each. Yes.
Okay.
Did you roll 4 d4s for each stat?
Sure did. So we're just gonna quickly fix this, and I don't need sewers. Cool. You all do something. I'll fix it.
I would like to maybe climb up to the windows, if
All right.
possible.
They're about 6 feet up. Raccoons, in my general zoology knowledge, are not more than 2 feet, so it might take a few of you to get to the window.
Could I use some of try and use my background acrobatic stuff to flippy flip, team
Sure.
sweep flips?
Yeah. Are you going to use excuse me, are you going to use Jack to sort of lift you up and give you a boost?
I was going to ask if I could borrow a boost.
Yeah, of course. And I look to the old man. Come on. And I hold out my paws. We'll do the 2-person on the base, and then you just leap up.
All right.
Thank you.
I will have
Don't
my
fall down.
bases roll rotundity, and Val, you can go ahead and roll alacrity with a extra dice because it does relate to your backstory as an acrobat.
Is that just
So
another... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna ask. It's just we roll how many die we have in that stat. Like
Correct. Yes. So
Okay,
if you have
so-
a 3 in rotundity, you get to roll 3 dice. If you have a 1 in rotundity, you only get to roll 1.
okay,
Oh, okay.
okay, that's 2 3s and a 4.
Okay, so the 4 is a success, so that's 1 success to our endeavor. What did everybody else roll? Because this will be a group success rate.
I got immediately the first 2 rolls were a 4 and a 6.
Perfect. That's 2 more successes. What
And then-
did Morty roll?
Rotundity. Okay. A 5 and a 3.
All right, so that's 1 more success. So that sounds like 4 successes, correct?
I got 4, 6, 2, and 2.
Yes. So we're only going to count successes. Failures don't matter. 1s don't matter. It's just your 4, 5, and 6s. So with 4 successes, I say the 2 of you are easily able to just put, boop, and you just flip, land on the window perfectly.
Nice one, Sheila. Oh wait, your name's not Sheila, is it? Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry about it. It can be Sheila. It is whatever. And then I'm gonna just shimmy through the window.
All right. So the window is shut. So you're going to have to get it open.
God, if only my box was a lockpick. Can I use? Can I use my claw to try and lockpick it?
Yeah. Make another alacrity check. No background this time.
Da-da-da. 5, 2, 4. So 5, 2, and 4.
5, 2, and 4. Okay, so that's 2 successes, which is plenty to sort of, and then push the window open. It is big enough for you to fit through.
I forgot I also have 4 in alacrity. So I'm already successful at this. This is fine. So what do I see inside this?
It is a very dark, massive space. The ceiling is probably about 4 stories tall, and the only light coming through is from sort of holes in the ceiling, broken, shattered windows, small beams of moonlight that are kind of coming in and illuminating just certain spots in the distance. This scattered lighting is creating a sort of menagerie of shadowed forms. And your sort of instant reaction is this place is full of monsters, because these strange shadowed shapes have all sorts of twisted, gnarled limbs, heads, bodies. It's almost impossible to identify what they all are. But as your eyes sort of adjust with your raccoon nighttime vision, you begin to realize, oh no, these aren't monsters. That's a giant turkey. That's Pikachu. You begin to see, okay, these are floats. These are old balloons. These are just a bunch of really weird, eclectic things in a dark, shadowy space.
I don't know why this, as the raccoon's first thought was like, I would consume Pikachu. Just like, immediately go and eat Pikachu.
If you eat Pikachu, do you absorb his cuteness? Is that how that works? Do you gain his power?
Do I gain fluffiness? Is this how it works?
I was going for the turkey. Personally,
Outside, the other 4 of you watch Silk sort of flip up and then sort of get a look into the room. What are you doing, Nell, as all this is going on? What are you and Binks doing?
Well, I was watching Silk do her fancy flippy flip, going, okay, well, guess I'm gonna have to find another way in. Is there is there like a tree by the window? Can I like scamper up something and like?
There's no tree, but I'll say there's a lamppost.
And how far is it from the wall? Window?
You'd probably have to make about a 2-foot leap from the lamppost to the window, but it's not too far.
Can I assist and try and catch?
You could. Are you going to
will
try to climb the
attempt that.
lamppost? All right.
Yeah.
Let's just do one single alacrity check for the climb and the jump. Make an alacrity check, and Silk, you can make one as well.
So is that 3d4?
Do you have a 3 in alacrity?
Yeah.
3d6.
3d6. Okay. That is a 1, a 2, and a 6.
1, a 2, and a 6. That's a single success. Silk, what did you roll?
1, 5, 4, and 6.
Okay, so you try to go up this pole, and you're sort of like slipping, and your little claws are like scratching on it, and it's a metal pole. It's not a tree. There's really nowhere to get purchased, but you do kind of begin to sort of shimmy your way up, like sliding your stomach up it, Mulan style. And then as you kind of like reach the right height, you panic because you're losing your grip and just sort of flop, and you're gonna hit the ground. But Silk just sort of expertly catches you and kind of pulls you into the window.
Celine Dion plays near, far, wherever you are, as I catch you.
I totally had that. Thank you, though.
It's fine. You look like you totally had it in hand.
I definitely did. So what's
I'm
going
proud
on in
of
here?
you.
How about the rest of you? 2 of your friends have made it up into the window.
Jack looks smarty. Hey, Kev. Not to be a bother, I have a question. Got any graffiti on you, like paint, like the stuff in the can?
I got cough syrup.
I mean that work. I'll take that if you part of it.
Let's see how the night goes. But I got lead pipe.
I can't snort a pipe, friend, but thank you. And Jack is just like jittering and twitching, and there's this like faded like rainbow colors across his mouth of different paint can residue.
Oh! You're chasing the paint dragon. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's more like a salamander. More like a salamander. Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be fun. I don't think I could get up there. That's I'm too old for that shit.
We can wait for them to unlock it. Maybe. Hey, ladies, can you find a way in for us? He can't jump too well. This one.
I got a bum hip.
He's got a bum hip, apparently.
All right.
There is the large
there
garage door that was next to the windows. To your knowledge, it was locked, but you could see if there's a way to unlock it from the inside.
Yeah, I'll go check that out, I guess.
Okay, make a chutzpah check. While you're doing that, Nell, what are you up to as all this is happening?
I am Nell.
Oh, I apologize. Binks, what are you up to while this is happening?
Binks is going to take a long look at the lamp and is like kind of like
that's not gonna happen. I don't think so. I'm not into this.
and is probably going to waddle over to Morty and be like,
So I'm not particularly like dexterous. So how are you? Are we just gonna like wait till they open the doors for us?
I think that's the plan, but I mean, I don't know. I had some cough syrup earlier, so.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll just wait then.
and she's literally just gonna like sit down and pull some Twizzlers out of her bag and start eating them.
Ooh.
I always have snacks. Do you want some snacks? I think they're very important.
Yeah.
Snacks? You got snacks? Sugar?
Yes, I have snacks. Well, yeah. Do you like want a Twizzler?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You can have one.
Act like you've been here before, son.
No, I don't know how you Americans do it, okay? I'm from the Outback. Things are crazy out there in the Outback. You don't know. You don't know my life.
I don't. I don't.
You really don't.
I really don't.
Just leave me to my business, okay? Like, just quieter and sadder. Like,
Inside, Nell and Silk, you notice one of those shadowed forms, a very small one, is moving. And it kind of leaps from what looks like might be the turkey and kind of leaps down, then kind of jumps up onto a ledge. It's kind of making its way along the like a beam on the ceiling towards you.
Hey, did you see that?
Only one of us can be acrobatic in this group. As
It
I
jumps
glare at
down.
this person.
And jumps down. And then you see come into a beam of light and sort of sit themselves down very perfectly in the center, as if it were a spotlight on them. A natted and dirty gray tabby. It just kind of flicks their tail at you. You're breaking into my warehouse. I hope you have a good reason.
They will not let us at Pride, so we will break into Pride.
This is not Pride, this is a warehouse.
We
we're not
are.
We're here for the float.
Oh. Do you perhaps run with the Shade Brigade?
Oh, how much do we know about each other? Oh,
You guys are friends.
okay, we're friends.
Yes.
Okay, that's
You're
good to
friends,
know.
you know each other, you know each other's motivation for this mission.
I like to
Oh, we
think
got-
that was an actual thing that happened. Like, how do we know each about each other?
I don't know how you put a sound like that on a shirt, but I've got to figure it out. It's beautiful.
It's the metagaming pigeon.
it's
Um,
my game. Yeah. Oh, look, it's a pigeon up there.
There
It's
are
gone-
many
no, it's
pigeons,
gone.
actually. Yeah.
Did
there's
it even
lots of
exist?
pigeons. So this
Yeah, we got
cat
one of them
kind
outside.
flicks her tail at you. Well, I've heard that the Shade Brigade was planning something. Are you something?
Oh, we're
Definitely.
something.
Definitely something.
Help with the door. You look like you need help with the door.
That would be lovely.
It's up, and you see a little gray box next to the garage. Just sort of pats it with a paw and hits a button, and the garage door slowly begins to and crawl up very, very slowly. It's very old and rusted.
Finally.
Hey, they did it.
Yeah.
I lean over to Nell and go, we will claim all the credit for this.
Oh, definitely.
Sweet.
Well,
As the
well.
garage door. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just. Please describe it first.
As the garage door raises up, more and more light gets let into the warehouse. Now you've got moonlight, you've got street lamp light. It becomes far more illuminated, and you can now make out distinctly several different, mostly functional looking floats. There's a large Thanksgiving float with a massive turkey built on top of it. There is a Christmas themed float that has a Santa sled on the back. There's one that looks like it was probably designed for some pop star. There's no names on it, but it's very glitzy. There's several like stage areas and things. And then there's a large 4th of July float that has what looks to be possibly firework dispensers on places on it, though you doubt there's any fireworks still in it.
Oh.
You could check.
I would like to look and see if there are fireworks.
Okay. Go ahead.
Could I assist in looking for the fireworks? Is there advantage?
You could give an extra dice to Jack.
Okay. I
Jack,
would like
go
to do that.
ahead and roll me a chutzpah check as you hunt through this remains of a float to see if there are actual fireworks still in it.
Jack or Morty?
Jack.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Morty was like I can.
Oh, that was Morty. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay.
By the end of tonight, I will know your character names.
I mean, it's not that important, really.
It's a one shot. It's a one shot. You know, it's all good.
Thank you for the extra die because I have a 1 in chutzpah. So, and yeah, that's a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so 0 successes. You kind of hunt through this old float, and though it does look like it is a usable working float, there's like a pickup truck built into it as its like motor, and it's gonna run. There's no fireworks in it though.
Can I look for
You know-
keys? Check the gas of the individual cars.
You can go ahead. Which one do you want to check first? Which float catches your eye?
I'm thinking the pop star float.
Pop star float. Okay, go ahead. Roll a chutzpah check.
2 falls and a 2.
2 4s and a 2. The pop star princess float is full of gas. It seems like they filled it up at the end of its last parade before they put it in the garage for storage.
Any keys I could find inside it, or maybe by like a board, you know, the tacky boards.
You don't find keys, but as you're kind of climbing out of the driver's seat, you see a flick of a gray tail, and caught in that tail is a ring with several keys on it. And she's just dangling it, and they're just clinking against each other.
I bet my claws. Who are you? What do you want? I wasn't doing anything. I'm just a rat. Rats live here, right? I mean, it's Los Angeles. It's all full of rats.
Are you going to try to convince her you're a rat?
Yes.
Make a chutzpah check.
Can I insist and be like, the rats are different in Australia?
Go for it. Add an extra dice.
Okay. Oh, okay. So 2 5s, a 1, and a 4. So that's 3 successes.
Don't look like a rat, but perhaps rats in Australia really are that big. I've heard things are quite large down under. What is a rat?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you, things are very large in the down under. And I mean that in many ways. But second of all, I am a rat. I am the fuzzy-tailed rat of the outback. I'm like a drop bear, but if the drop bear's skidded on the floor, the desert floor, savannah.
You're not the one who's a member of the Shade Brigade. That is most certainly not you. One of you is, however. And she begins to kind of scan the group of you.
Hi. Me. It's me. Hi. Hello. Hello.
She flicks the key ring towards you.
I'm gonna catch it.
Okay, you catch it. I have one request.
I will listen.
No one knows I helped you.
I never even saw you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? What?
She begins to leap up and out. All right. You have a key ring.
All
Can I-
right. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I was just gonna put my goggles down. Let's do this.
And I'm gonna start taking a scan to see some of the other floats Do I see any other floats that have firework or sparkler capabilities?
Just roll me, not a stat. Just roll me a d6. Just one
Okay.
d6.
Or fire?
Okay,
That's a 5.
that's a 5. You do find one more float, and you find it in the back, and it's a little more beaten up than the others. The like crepe paper and like wire mesh that like builds up the float body is kind of ripped in places, and there's distinct holes in places where it's falling apart. But there are 2 front-facing what look like t-shirt cannons and a central device in the middle of it that looks like might be a sparkler or special effects sort of control system. You don't know if it's operational, but this looks like your best bet.
I'm gonna waddle my way up to the top. And
Hey, I found some cannon.
Fire!
Yes.
Or
Yes.
I was thinking, well, we can talk. We can workshop it. It's okay. But
We're going to have the best float.
that's highly debatable. We can see what happens, though.
I got an
makes
idea.
Like, that's
What?
just the fact.
It is, really. We rate things down under by how set aflame they are. Or how many things they've set on fire during the race. It's great.
I'm
So-
not sure it's gonna get fired,
Right
y'all.
from Australia.
We'll see what happens.
All right. As you guys sort of converge on this float, there is a sort of car set into it that is sort of the driving mechanism. You can sort of see out the main window, but you're probably going to have to move bits of float if you want to have access to the whole windshield because it's mostly covered up. But as you kind of settle in and look around, a bright light glares into the warehouse from the street outside. And then another one.
Oh, we've been found.
And then blue and red flashing lights begin to appear outside on the street.
This might be go time. This might be go time.
It's the fuzz.
Let's get into gear!
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we should
Float? Are we
like,
taking
go.
this float? What does the float look like? Is there anything on it that's interesting?
This is the float that you found with the cannons.
So it has cannons. Those are interesting. We don't know if they work. Okay.
Off we go. Go. We gotta go. 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 Going.
Make them work.
Take a moment and learn how to drive before we go. So, we otherwise it's gonna not go very fast very quickly. When you drive a car in Crash Pandas, you are all driving the same car at the same time all at once.
Okay.
What you will do is you will take one of your 6-sided die and you will pick which action you want to take at the beginning of your turn. You don't get to discuss, you just decide for yourself what action you're going to take. And then after everyone's picked, we will reveal and put all those actions together to see what actually happens.
There's no way that's gonna go wrong.
None the slightest.
6 things.
Nope.
You can 1, brake. 2, turn left. 3, turn right. 4, use an item. 5, accelerate. Or 6, use a miscellaneous action.
Mm.
And what is a miscellaneous action?
A miscellaneous action could be leaping from your car to another vehicle. It could be lighting something on fire. It could be repairing a broken tire. So it's all those sort of things that weren't previously listed.
Okay.
So as you guys all sort of clamber into this float, the one that you have seemingly have picked, you begin to see shadows in the garage, and it looks like that way out looks blocked. So you kind of begin to look around. Is there another way out of this warehouse? Is there another exit? And you don't see another door, but you do see about 20 feet to your left a large platform, seemingly like one of the ones that's suspended from the ceiling, but this one is broken and has dropped down and is forming a ramp that heads towards a large pane of glass windows.
That's clearly the only way out.
Yeah.
It's
Of course.
time to fly.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start our first race. I'm going to move our map over to, I'm going to wait on our map just for a second. So I want everyone, we're going to kind of do a practice run to get out of the garage, and then we'll go to a map. Go ahead and pick your first number.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. When you're ready, I'm not ready.
So we pick a number.
You pick a number. All right. Maddie, give me your number.
4.
4. Val, give me your number.
4.
4. Emma, give me your number.
4.
4. Cole, give me your number.
5.
5. And Anthony.
4.
4. All right. So that's 4 4s, which is use item.
Oh, darn it. I meant 5. Oh.
It's okay. This is
Oh, I thought we rolled and then decided.
no. You get to just
No.
pick.
Oh, I was gonna say 5.
Okay. This is our first time round, so this is
Yep.
kind of a practice.
I got
So if you want to
confused.
change it to a 5 or a 3 or whatever, go ahead.
I meant to be 5, yeah.
5.
Yeah.
And Anthony, you said you wanted to do 5.
Yeah.
Val and Emma, are you sticking with 4s?
Yep.
All right. So what happens? 3 of you, Morty and Jack and Nell, jump down into the well of the driver's seat and push down on the acceleration. And this float begins to slowly move forward. This is a parade float. These aren't very fast, guys. You might need to do something about that, because it's only going about 20 miles per hour. That seems to be its top speed at the moment. Val, what do you do?
Is there a cassette player in this float?
There absolutely is. This is like an old, we're going to say it's like an old green classic car. I don't know cars, I'm sorry. And it definitely has a cassette player in it.
I'm so just gonna whip out this Queen cassette and be like, let's do this. And then pushes it in, and then Bohemian Rhapsody starts.
Absolutely. Bohemian Rhapsody begins to blare out of the busted speakers. And not only the speakers in the car, but the speakers of the float come to life. So you are now surround sound filling the warehouse with Bohemian Rhapsody. And you hear the sirens pick up in intensity, and you begin to hear like shouts and things from the police that have gathered outside. Emma, what were you doing?
I am going to take out my can of red paint, and I am going to dump it onto the sides of the car and take my little raccoon paws and slide it around and probably maybe yell something about dismantling the systems that oppress us, and then say, "Let's go!"
All right. So physically, red paint would not speed a car up. It would not disable any sort of blockage, but this isn't real life. This is a game. So you spread this red paint on, and as some of it begins to drip, it gets down into like a little well and it gets onto the engine, and you hear a spark, spark, spark as the red paint disables the device that was disabling the engine. So now your float can go full speed, and you actually feel the float kick underneath you, because we did have 3 accelerate, so now you're getting up to 30 miles per hour. And as you move towards this ramp, going as fast as you can, you see a flash of a dark shadow on the ceiling, and then behind you, you see this massive explosion that kind of pushes your car forward up the ramp, out through the windows, and you hear a small voice, "No cops at Pride!" As you
No cause that ride!
goes. And now we're gonna go to a map, and we're gonna race.
Map, map, map.
Believe I could fly.
All right, guys, you have smashed through the window. You are now on the main road. Go ahead and pick your next number.
I better look at this again.
Just a quick reminder for chat or for you guys. 1 is brake, 2 turn left, 3 turn right, 4 is use an item, 5 is accelerate, and 6 is a miscellaneous action. All right. So we'll go same order we went through last time. So Maddie, what's your number?
This time I definitely pick 4.
4. All right. Val.
This time I'm going 5.
5. All right. Emma.
5.
5. Cole.
5.
5. Anthony.
6.
6. All right. You see Binks and Nell and Silk sort of Binks, Nell, and Silk sort of get down into the well and push down onto that acceleration pedal even more. You're now speeding up to about 60 miles per hour on this road. Morty, you grab an item. What do you do, Morty?
So I take my lead pipe and I climb up the side of the thing and look for anything that's causing wind drag, and I just knock it off.
So there's a large sort of like built up back wall that's like a sort of something someone could stand in front of and perform in front of, like a backdrop, and it's like mostly cardboard with very little metal in it, so it's going to be easy to just break this whole piece and send it flying to the ground. I am going to need from you either ferociousness or rotundity. Are you putting your body weight behind it, or are you being fierce on it? I'll let you pick.
I am
Fierce.
fierce.
All right, ferociousness check.
That is, oh my gosh, that is 3 4s.
3 4s. All right, so you just whack, whack, whack over and over again with this lead pipe, and it just rips in half, and this massive cardboard structure just sort of falls to the ground behind you and is left in ruin. And you think, okay, yeah, no more draft. We're going to go even faster now. This is great. Because of that, I'm going to actually move your car up 1 more length, which gets you right to the edge of this map. We're going to have to jump to the next page super quick. But first, Jack, what are you doing?
All right, I want to investigate the pyrotechnics, the cannons. I want to see if they can work. I want to know how I can make them work. If not,
All right, so describe for me how you're going to investigate. Are you going to try to test it out and just see what happens? Or are you going to kind of like really look in there intensely and try to figure out the mechanism?
I'm going to look at them real intensely. You know, back in the outback, I did this all the time. Went to the back, make sure everything was all tip-top.
All right, so because you've done this before in your backstory, I'll let you have an extra dice and go ahead and make a pet spit check.
Okay, just 2 5s and a 4.
All right, that's
The 1.
3 successes. So you kind of get down in there and kind of, there's one wire that's not connected, but you kind of like slice them together, and the sparks begin to sort of connect, and you hear a and then you hear this gentle rumble as the cannon powers up with a, and you could fire something out of this t-shirt cannon.
Oh, nice. Oh, now we're cooking with gas.
All right, I'm going to say because you guys are going 70 miles per hour because of the actions of Mr. Morty, we're going to jump all the way to our second page on our map. Up ahead of you, you see an wreck. Something that happened earlier this evening that hasn't been fully cleaned up yet. You guess that the police that gathered at the warehouse for your break-in may have been dealing with this accident before they were pulled away, and the cleanup hasn't occurred. There is a old school bus that is tilted over on the side of the road, leaking oil into the street, and just beyond it, there are 2 police cars still there. A barrier, if you will. You are going 70 miles per hour right now. Go ahead and pick your number.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh God! Oh God!
okay.
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 Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Mhm. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Everybody
Sweats.
got a number?
Hmm.
All right, we're gonna go same order. We'll switch it for the next race, but for this race, just so no one loses their minds, we'll stay the same. Maddie,
2.
2. Okay, Val,
I'm so afraid. I think it was 6.
6. Okay, Emma,
2.
2. Cole,
2.
2.
Oh god.
Tiffany,
1.
Oh.
1.
Oh, at
Okay.
least one of us did that.
All right. So you are no longer actively pushing on the gas, but unfortunately, only one of you slams on the brake. Jack, you sort of jump down from the t-shirt cannon, like, we're going too fast, and go down there and get onto the brake and slow your car down to only 60 miles per hour now. But as you're doing that, 3 of you reach up and grab the steering wheel. Morty and Silk and Nell, you all at the same time take the steering wheel and turn it hard to the left. Now, each of you turns it 30 degrees. So the 3 of you doing it turns it a full 90. So your car is speeding forward, and goes straight to the left. Now you're going so fast, I'll say you get probably to here where the oil slick is before you start that turn, and you're going to begin to spin out with the force of that turn and go into a full spin. But we have one more person who did something. Silk, what are you doing? Your car is beginning to go into a full spin as it slips on the oil.
Oh, I have 2 terrible ideas and neither of them are good. Can I fire this t-shirt cannon to try and onto the wheels to try and stop the spin?
What are you firing?
The t-shirts?
Are there t-shirts in that cannon?
Oh god, I hope so.
How about this? We're gonna do 50-50. When you fire it, 50% chance a t-shirt comes out, 50% is nothing. So I'm gonna have you roll a d6 if it's odd, t-shirt if it's even, nothing. Okay?
Be kind, dice gods. What was it? If it's odd t-shirt, if it's even, nothing?
Correct.
5!
All right, so you kind of twist the t-shirt cannon that Jack just got working and fire it, and a t-shirt shoots out and lands on your wheel and begins to spin and get caught up into the wheel, and your float, which was going very fast and very slippery, is now kind of as this wheel is no longer rolling, it's sort of bouncing, and it actually sort of slows your spin and almost kind of fishtails you around. And with the speed you're going, you kind of flip backwards a little bit and skid through this narrow space. Right, like that. At this point, I'm going to introduce one more mechanic. Cool points. As a group, you will gain damage and you will gain cool points at the end of each of your turns. So I'm going to go ahead because this was something that could have caused damage. I'm going to roll some d6s. You're going 60 miles per hour, so I'm going to roll 6 d6s. If I get a 1, you take a point of damage. If I get a success, which is a 4, 5, or 6, you get cool points. You as a group can spin those cool points to do ridiculous things out of your turn that you wouldn't normally be able to do. Okay? So I'm going to roll a d6. We're going to see what damage we take. And, oh, I need to roll 66. Sorry. Okay, so I rolled a single 1. So as your car kind of spins, the front bit of the float whacks against the school bus and you take 1 point of damage. Your car has 10 total HP. So you're only down to 9. You gained 2 cool points that you can now spend as a group to do cool things. All right? So go ahead and think about your next move. We've got about half the map left. There's 2 police cars that have seen you come speeding out of a window and are now doing a tailspin straight towards them, and they've turned on their lights, and you can see that they're starting to reach for their firearms. And what are you gonna do, guys? Go ahead and pick your number. All right, Maddie, go ahead.
Where are we pointed?
You are kind of in the middle of your spin. You get the sense that your natural momentum may continue your turn even if you don't turn the car.
Okay.
Because you guys are kind of free spinning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 5.
Okay. Then accelerate out of the turn. They do that in the movie Cars. Apparently it works. Val.
5?
5. Emma.
4.
4. Cole.
3.
3. Anthony.
5.
5.
Let's go for it. Let's go
All
for
right.
it.
So as your car comes out of this spin, it kind of rotates itself around onto this diagonal and looks like it's going to actually shoot right past the car, right past the police cars. And as you guys realize that, you jump onto the gas once again, and there's this like slick like Mario Kart drift thing that happens as you shoot forward just past this police car. And you might skid it. We'll see when I roll damage. But at the moment, you're going to kind of shoot past the barricade.
Do.
Binks.
Do.
Binks, you said use item. What do you do?
Yes. So this is not smart, gonna do it anyway. I am going to take my duct tape and probably put the roll in my little mouth, and I'm gonna try and crawl out to the front and duct tape whenever we hit the school bus, whatever we knocked off. I'd like to duct tape that to fix it.
You want to fix the car? Okay, absolutely. Make a alacrity check for me just to make sure you don't fall off the vehicle. And this is a good time to share with everyone, raccoons cannot die in this game.
No
Okay.
record for harm.
You can fall off, you can get lost, things can happen to you. You cannot die.
All right. So do I just say the number and the
Number of successes.
and how many die can I roll?
How many alacrity do you have?
1.
1. So what did you roll?
I got a 2.
Okay. So you kind of open the duct tape and crawl your way out to the front, and your car hits the side of the police car and you bounce, and you're gonna fall off the car, but the duct tape gets stuck. So now you're actually like swinging in front of the car by this duct tape that's slowly unraveling and pulling you farther and farther away from the vehicle. You're attached by just the smallest bit of adhesive. And Nell, you had a 3, which is turn right. So as you kind of see this happening, you adjust the car so it's going to make this turn a little better. And we're going to move to one more page of map. Okay. So ahead of you, as you kind of turn down this new road, you see an ambulance beginning to speed up. Call in with whatever 911 call happened, possibly for the bus accident. You're not sure, but there's an ambulance speeding down the road ahead of you. In the distance, you see many more red and blue lights and what might be an alley, possibly an escape from the cops. Go ahead and picture numbers. Oh, and by the way, you also see Binks flying out the side of the car, holding on to a roll of duct tape for her life.
Oh.
Pick your numbers.
Oh, that's not nice.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Maddie.
6.
6. Val.
6.
6. Emma.
6.
Cole.
6.
Everybody's gonna say Binks. And Anthony.
3.
3. Okay. So your car, I forgot to roll damage last time. Let me do that real quick. You were going 90 miles per hour at the end of the last round. So let me just roll 9d6 real quick. Okay, so your car takes 2 more points of damage. This is when you kind of hit that police car and like skid against the side of it. It ripped off all these like streamers and paper mache material that was built up, and like the left side of your float is now just haggard and ripped to pieces. You have 7 health now, but you do gain 4 more cool points. You guys have 6 cool points that you can use at this point, and they do not carry over to future races. So if you don't use them, they're gone. So
And what can we do with the cool points again?
anything you want.
Okay.
You just kind of have to agree upon the use of it as a group. So if you have an idea of something to do, you can just suggest it, and if everyone agrees on it, I'll kind of give you a how many cool points I think it'll cost. And then it will just happen. So we'll start with, we'll just go in order because 6 of you or 4 of you are doing 6s. So we'll do Maddie first.
Okay. Well, I don't have a bum hip. I'm just a crotchety old man, but I've got like a 4 alacrity. So, I want to kind of like jump out of the window and crawl along to grab the tape and try to reel it in.
Okay, so make an alacrity check for me to get to the tape and like get a good grip on it.
That's 2 5s, a 2, and a 6.
All right, so that's 3 successes. So you easily maneuver along the front of this car and get a very good grip on that tape. So you now are kind of keeping Binks from flying off into the air. I'm going to say make a rotundity check, but before you do it, if anyone else who rolled a 6 or picked a 6 for this round wants to come up and help Morty with this, you may do that for your action. So Silk, yeah.
Yeah, gonna go do that. Gonna go help out.
All right. So you kind of follow in the path of Morty and get up next to him. And now both of you roll rotundity checks to pull Binks back into the vehicle, and we'll do a group roll.
Thank God.
I got a 5 and a 2.
Okay, 1 success.
I got a 4.
All right, so 2 successes. You're able to kind of pull, and Binks, it's not the largest raccoon in the world, so it's pretty easy to kind of just pull Binks forward, and she kind of slams into the 2 of you, and you kind of catch her on the front of your float. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do Emma. Binks, what do you do as you kind of land back on the float?
All right. I'm probably going to be like,
It's okay. I saw worse at the Pride in New York City of 1992.
and I'm going to start crawling my way back up to get inside.
You know you're only 2 years old, right?
Yeah, raccoons don't live very long, but okay.
We also can't do things as raccoons like this.
I guess this is 1994. I mean,
All right.
Oh, God.
I will say that because you had help, you guys are all able to get back into the float to safety. Nell, with your 6, what are you doing? Your car is going 90 miles per hour, and you see Jack get down and begin to turn the steering, but you get the sense you might not make it into that tight alley unless you do something miraculously cool.
that'll never happen. But, you know.
This game is all about doing cool things. What do you
There's no
think,
way something so cool could happen just in a snap of your fingers.
Can you hear me, Cole?
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it's your go. You are trying to get the car into the alley, I think.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, I was gonna save Binks, but Binks kind of is already saved! Oh
Yeah.
no, I didn't plan for this!
Is there anything cool you could do to help get that car through that tight turn? Otherwise, you're gonna miss it.
Through the tight turn.
Okay, no pressure. No pressure.
Yeah, no, this is fine. It's fine. Fine.
And you guys, if you can think of anything and want to help out, that's also okay at the table.
Yeah, please do. I'm really bad under pressure.
What if we what if you and I just like try to combine our forces and try to do like a Tokyo Drift UE, like a U-turn?
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
All right, so you guys kind of push down on that steering wheel and sort of overturn the car a little bit. But as you're doing that overturn, it slows the 90-mile-per-hour car down with this like drifting motion, and you kind of shift the gears back into forward. If you are okay with spending 2 cool points, I will say you make it into the alley.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so you guys kind of Tokyo drift your way into that alley and go down into darkness. And you drive down a little bit, you turn off the headlights, you come to a stop behind the dumpster, and you wait. And then after 5, 10 minutes, you think, okay, cops are gone. We just stole a Pride float. Pride's in like 6 hours. And you look at your float and it is a disaster. It is ripped to pieces. It is dirty. It is falling apart. There's nothing left in your t-shirt cannons. You kind of check out your little sparkler thing and you don't have any fuel. If you want to make a spectacle at Pride in 6 hours, you need to get this float someplace for repairs fast.
Okay.
And that is where we'll pick up. We're going to take a quick little 5-minute break, and we'll come back for part 2 of Furry Road.
Okay, we're gonna make a plan.
Live fast, eat trash.
Let's go to break and boom. Mics are hot.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Yay! Welcome back to Crash Pandas, Pride Pandas Furry Road. We are celebrating Pride. We are stealing cars. We are being gay and doing crime. So, when we last left off, the 5 of you had stolen a Pride float. Well, you had stolen a float with the intention of making it a Pride float. Unfortunately, the float that you stole is in horrible condition. As you kind of move it out of this alleyway and get it back into light to kind of take stock, you realize that this is a New Year's Eve themed float. It's mostly black and silver and gold, but half the streamers are ripped off. There's a whole side section where you can just see open chicken wire. The backdrop that was on the float has been knocked off ferociously. At some point, most of you don't remember when that happened. It just disappeared in the chaos of the last chase. You've got 2 t-shirt cannons, but they are completely empty. They have nothing in them. You have a sparkler special effects machine, but it does not have power or fuel at the moment. And you are kind of limping because one of your tires has sucked up a t-shirt and it's now kind of gotten into the mechanics a little bit. So you all sit and you think, what do? We don't have a lot of time. If we're gonna make it to Pride, we have to do something about our car. And then it comes to you. In fact, it comes to Jack. You see, Jack, you've not been to the States for very long, but you know racing. And you know some of the dirtiest, low-life racers there are in the circuit. And you happen to know of one particular gentleman who owns a garage not too far from where you're currently located. A gentleman by the name of Mr. Stinky.
That's exactly the kind of person Jack would know.
That sounds like my ex-husband.
You know, they don't call him Stinky for just because he smells gross. Oh, he smells awful. Righteously awful. He deals a little on the side, but we don't talk about that.
So as you lead your group and your float to Mr. Stinky's garage, you make your way inside. It's quiet, and then you see shuffling. You hear some clanking of things. A light comes on, and yes, Mr. Stinky is a skunk. And he comes up to you, and he has these glasses on his face. So his eyes, instead of being these beady little skunk eyes, are these massive cartoon round eyes as they just sort of, and so these big beady skunk eyes just kind of look at you all.
Oh, this is really giving me flashbacks. Oh.
Oh God.
Alright. What are you lot doing?
Stinky, Stick Man. Remember me? You know, you kind of went down to Brisbane for a little tour.
He's the one who's dating the bouncy boy.
Oh yeah, Wallaby. Love my life.
That's right, alright. Well, what's this hunk of junk behind you?
And there's this brief moment where you all think Stinky gestures to Morty before you realize he's gesturing to the float.
What? Huh?
What is this? This is not a car. I do race cars. This is
Banks, why don't you handle this? You're kind of the altruistic one here.
Me?
Her?
That's a big word.
I don't know. Doesn't it mean like good person? Kind
Yeah,
of.
let's call the anarchist a good person here. All right, so listen though. We need a car. This is a car. You do race cars. Race cars and cars are kind of the same thing. We need to get to Pride, and we need to do it fast. Can you
And
help
in
us?
style.
All right. Well, I could probably help you out. I can fix up your tires and your engine. That I can do. But any sort of additions you want to make to the vehicle, that's on you. I got a junkyard out back if you
Great.
want to go hunting.
I'm immediately running to the junkyard.
I'm going to follow suit.
I'm following.
Oh, nobody say thank you.
Thank you.
Only one.
What was that,
I
Morning?
don't know you.
What are we doing? Okay. I guess I'll follow.
Okay. Is everybody heading out to the junkyard, it looks like?
Yes.
All right. So, as you make your way out to the junkyard, it's not a full, like, massive lot that you might expect or like a massive dump. It's a pretty small junkyard. It looks like it's maybe the remains of an old, like, brownstone. It's that much space. So, it's pretty narrow, though it is long. And it is full of just trash. There's maybe a few broken cars, but most of it is like furniture and house goods, and there's not a lot of car stuff in here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have everybody do a roll, and depending on what you roll, we will determine what you find.
D6, D20.
D20, please.
Okay. 6.
Okay. Just 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. 6. I heard a 6.
Yep.
You find an entire reclining chair. It's like a lazy boy. It's an older fashioned one that has like the springs built inside of it. It's in pretty good shape. There's only sort of one spot that's been sort of ripped out, and you get the sense there might be some mice living down inside of it, but you can kick them out. You're a bigger rodent than they are. Yeah, you just kind of pull out this large reclining chair.
Anyone know what we could do with this? I think
It's a throne.
Sleep.
it could be thrown.
It's a throw.
That looks
I'm
cozy.
saying we could maybe. Oh, gossy. Yeah, I was gonna say we could use like the springs for something, like repairing the smoke machine, smoke machine.
It's like a special effects machine. You could do
Yeah.
lots of things. I'll let you guys be creative with what you want it to do. Nell, what did you roll?
That's a 2.
That's a turbo rocket.
Okay.
You're just like digging through and you find like an old dishwasher and you're like, dishwasher? How am I going to use this? And you like open it hoping to maybe find like some knives, and there's just a rocket in the inside of the dishwasher.
I don't mean to brag, but I may have just found the coolest thing in this junkyard. And can I hold it up? It's probably too big for me.
Make a rotundity check.
Oh, I would just like everyone to know that I have a 1 in rotundity. That is a 3.
Yeah, you go to.
There it is.
Nope, you can't lift it. So you're just like rolling it towards them, pushing it.
Yeah.
Oh, she got the rocket. They got the rocket.
We have rockets.
We're Rocket Raccoon.
You're a rocket
Oh.
raccoons.
Um,
Yeah. Binks, what'd you roll?
9.
9. You find about 25 feet of heavy duty stretch canvas.
I'm gonna with my little.
I found a smoke screen. screen?
It's probably been used as like maybe like a projector screen at some point, or a boat cover or something. It's like a really large bit of canvas.
So, we now have sails.
If we could
Okay.
Too bad we can't like find some paint or
Yeah.
something.
Well, I mean, I would have taken the paint, but
Isn't
in
there like a
principle,
thing on the car? If we fix the sparklers, we project it onto the sails, and we put the sails on back of the chair, and then we put the rocket on the bottom of the chair. Then we launch ourselves.
Into space.
No, into Pride.
Yeah, both.
Space
Yeah,
pandas.
That's
Space
the
Pride.
you guys
I
racing in space.
Don't really understand what just happened, but I'm like totally here for it.
I'm down
so
for it.
Let's launch into space.
What'd you roll?
I also rolled a 2.
That's a second turbo rocket.
We have two.
Can I try
Yes.
and hold it up?
Make a rotundity.
Oh, don't do me dirty like this.
A 6.
No, you're
That's
like
a success.
rolling this rocket over towards the float, and you see these like waddling legs next to you, and you like look to the side, and Silk is just like carrying one above her head.
I said there's a sound like da 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 na na na. You got a rocket.
I like want to like prop it up so it's like standing up and like pretend to hold it.
You're
It's
doing your
taller
best.
than you. It's like 3 inches taller than you.
Yeah, I'm like totally also super strong and stuff.
I would help, but you've totally got this.
Definitely. Totally. I'm gonna set it down though because like if I flex too much, like I can't.
All right,
God.
Morty, what'd you get?
I rolled a 20.
A 20. All right, so you get to choose what you would like. You have 3 choices. There is a box of knives, frying pans, spatulas, and all sorts of kitchen utensils. There is a flat screen TV and Xbox that someone threw out for some reason. And then there is a second car engine that looks like it could be installed into a vehicle.
Okay. Now, I don't understand video games and all that who and whatty-whats, but there's a lot of electronics, and maybe we can fix this stuff up with the parts in the TV and the, what did you call it, an Xbox? That sounds dirty. I don't like that. No.
Your crown jewel, Morty.
Yeah,
Your crown jewel. Your crown jewel.
Yeah, I like playing with wires. That's fun, right? Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you guys have a flat screen TV and Xbox, which also comes with 2 controllers, which are like the wired ones, so that could be interesting. You have 2 turbo rockets. You have a very large thing of heavy duty fabric, and you have an entire lazy boy chair. How do you want to outfit your car?
Okay, now.
So I one time like climbed up the wall to like it was like the garbage can, but I got curious because there was like a light coming from, you know, the window or whatever. So I went to go look up, and this thing, I point to the flat screen TV, and this thing was like, it had pretty pictures on it and stuff. Like, what if we made it like really pretty and like put colors on it for Pride?
Oh, I like the way you think.
I don't know how they did though.
Maybe
So
we connect some wires to the car battery or something. I don't know.
How about Morty, make me an I have no idea which category this should be. This is mechanics. It's not a category. Let's check.
Oh no.
Or alacrity. One of
Can
the
I
two.
assist? Would I have at some point during my career as
Sure.
an underground anarchist?
As an underground anarchist, you know your way around wires, so you can help out. So you can get an extra dice because you have Binks going. Don't touch that. No, don't touch that one either.
If I
No,
can-
don't cut the red one.
You said I could use alacrity instead.
Yes, if you would like to.
I would love to, because there's a difference between 1 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's 6 2 5s.
6 and 2 5s. That is 3 successes. All right. So you kind of take some of the wires out of the back of the TV and you shove them into some like places where it looks like they're gonna fit. Like they kind of just like, yeah, okay. And the TV lights up and it's beautiful. It's perfect for Pride. It's all of these stripes of bright different colors. It's just like a Pride flag.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
gorgeous.
that's amazing.
Is there sound?
It's just kind of going,
Yeah. Okay.
making that like that hissy noise that they make. You also managed to pull out a big chunk of wires from the Xbox that don't seem necessary and kind of like reroute them into your like sparkler machine, and you actually hear the sparkler machine go and slowly it's kind of building a charge. It's not ready to go yet, but you don't know, maybe you let it sit for an hour or two, what it might be capable of.
See, Aaron, I'm not good for nothing, you punk. I hope you're burning in hell. Oh, what? Huh?
Well, I'm sure my marriage between me and Wallaby soon will go like that. We're getting very much closer to this presentation. And he reaches down to his pocket and pulls out like a what do you call those gummy rings? The
Oh, the Haribo rings.
Because like it's missing it because it got eaten. It was like, I think this is perfect.
It's absolutely perfect.
It's
Writing that down. I'm taking a note. Just so you know, I'm game master. I'm making a note.
Okay,
Oh.
good. I would like to put the recliner onto the platform behind the.
Yeah, like on like the float part, not like in the car.
Yeah, on the front part.
All right, and you kind of like strap it down a little bit. You find like just like cords and like bungee cords and stuff, and you're able to get that recliner. Do you want it usable? Is it strapped down so that way you can like pull the little lever and it can like
Yeah,
line? Okay.
yeah, of course.
All right, so you now have a lazy boy just strapped to the top of your float with a sparkler machine set up behind it. And this is very important, and I need to know this. Is the lazy boy facing the television?
Oh, that's interesting. Is the TV is the stripes on the front side or the back side?
They're on the screen side.
No, I mean
Front.
where's the screen? Oh, okay, the screen's facing front. Okay. I'm gonna say forward facing.
Okay. So you could sit and you could watch TV. All right, what else are you guys doing? You have a ton of tarp. You've got 2 turbo rockets. If you come up with anything else that doesn't require like a huge item that you just want to kind of add, maybe we can about it.
So
That is reminding you that you have rockets.
yes. So if this is the front of the car, and this is the back of the car,
Yeah.
the lazy boy, the TV is facing which direction? This way? Is it on the front of the car or is it on the back of the car? This is front.
In
This is
my
back.
head, I'm picturing the lazy boy is facing towards the front, and the TV is facing towards the back, towards the lazy boy.
So the TV is like kind of like if this is all in the back of the float, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then the sparkler thing is behind the lazy boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Silk and Nell, you've got 2 rockets. What are you doing with them?
I feel like I mean, we have 2 of them. Couldn't we just like do we have a pickup truck? Is that what
It's
the
like
car
an
was?
old green station wagon. Sure, station wagon.
think-
That's a type of car.
It's a Vista Cruiser.
I don't know what that is.
like
That 70s show,
Put-
you know, the
Oh.
station wagon.
Okay. I can picture that 70s show. I can do that.
Do you think we could like put one on each side of the car? I don't know how we would attach it. Maybe
You've
with
got like
some
cords and things that you could just like wrap around it and attach it to the side. Do you want to put them on like both sides of the frame?
Yeah. I think that sounds good.
And we can use it to launch our car into Pride.
Yeah, you've got
That is-
launchers on the back. That's great.
That's exactly the plan. For the tarp, if we could like make a flag out of it and stick it on top of the car.
What color is the cough syrup that I have?
What color would you like the cough syrup to be?
I was thinking purple.
Sure, it's purple cough syrup. It's grape flavored, the best flavor.
The best flavor. Okay. Maybe we use. I mean, I hate to waste good cough syrup, but we could use it to color the canvas, maybe.
Do I
That's
have
a
any
good
red
thought.
I would say that if you shake your paint can really well, you do have not enough to give your car another speed boost, but you could use it to paint a flag.
I have an idea
Could-
as well.
Huh.
Go on, Cole. I'll just turn to Binks and go, do you have candy?
I have Twizzlers.
May I have a Twizzler?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna try and rub the red of the Twizzler onto it.
I don't know
Oh,
Seriously
perfect.
rubbing.
if Twizzlers are crayon-like or marker-like, but let's just say it was hot, like in wherever Binks keeps them, and so it's kind of melted,
Whoa.
and so it just kind of like rubs off in this like sticky slime.
No.
But don't make that face. So yeah, you're kind of. It's not the most beautiful of drawings or colorings, but you're able to get some like sticky red Twizzler on there. And I mean, if you mixed it with the remains of the red paint and the purple cough syrup, you would have almost a bisexual pride flag. It'd be close.
I was gonna ask, like, I've seen like kids use these like weird waxy sticks.
You want to look for some
I don't
crayons?
know. I would love to look for some crayons.
Make a chutzpah check.
A chutzpah check. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually like okay at those, so we'll see what happens. Oh, dick. Well, I got a 5 and a I got a 5 and a 4.
Well, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you find a box of like what's the size that you all wanted as a kid, like 120 or what?
128.
The one that
Oh my
has
God.
the sharpener in the back. You find that box of Crayola crayons,
Oh,
and
perfect.
I did
you
have
can
that as a kid.
tell that like some kid really liked the color pink because like all of the pink crayons are missing. But there's greens and there's blues and there's browns and
That's
blacks.
okay. We got like red and purple, so we could use some other colors up in here. And I'm gonna hold the crayon box over my head and be like, look, check out what I found, bitches. And I walk towards them with this holy grail of color.
Did I just waste
That's
my
so
cough
great.
syrup?
You're welcome.
Well, so to be fair, a crayon on a large thing of canvas is only going to do so much. You'll definitely get other colors, but a bottle of cough syrup like spreads and dyes a good chunk of it. So purple is the predominant color on this flag, no matter what you color.
I'm
But
gonna,
there's
Too bad
no-
we
I'm gonna start
have one of
licking the flag
done.
though, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How much red is on there? Are we like lacking red a bit, or is it like full red?
Got some. You could add some more red. You can never have too much red. I mean, red's the fastest color.
Right. Well, Jack looks down at his paint can and his hands shaking, and then he just starts putting some on the canvas.
Oh.
Oh.
So, because of your
It's gonna-
sacrifice and because your paint can was full, I'll give you guys an immediate +1 to your speed next time you race. Because it was a full paint can, so it does give you a boost. All right. So as you guys are kind of finishing up decorating your flag, coloring on it, like reaffixing streamers, making it as beautiful as a trash panda trash float could be, you're really proud of it, and that's the point.
One last thing. Is
Yeah.
there a white crayon?
Yes, because whatever child owned this crayon box had no idea what to do with the white crayon, so it is pristine.
So like all of us.
Just need black paper.
Great. I want to take the white crayon and I want to write on the side of the car, rodents at Pride, bitches.
All right,
Can we write on the other side? No cops at Pride.
go for it.
Absolutely.
Right and
Totally.
proper.
Crayon on like car is not the best.
Probably
But-
not.
That's really cool and I like it. So it shows up great. I don't know what type of crayon this is or what they painted the car with, but like works perfect.
Queer magic.
Queer magic. Can I write something on the back?
Sure.
Can I write Jack and Wallaby forever on the back?
Oh.
Can.
Oh,
Can
I
we
love
tie?
it.
Can we
I love
totally
it.
tie hands off the back?
There's tons of cans in this dump. Now you have a
Uh,
pride float that looks like it's just been married.
Jack is
Aw.
Jack is going to tear up. Listen, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I just want to let you know, this has been the best gay agenda I've ever been a part of.
You're so
Have fun.
fucking awesome.
You
Heck yeah.
sacrificed our paint for us. Your paint for us. And now, let's go get rodents of Pride!
All right.
No
So
cops
did-
of pride.
For Quill.
Barkwell!
Best girl.
So, as you kind of hop into your newly done car and begin to pull out onto the street, ready to go to Pride, you can see the sun has begun to rise. You know that Pride starts pretty early in the morning because the parade has to be over before the whole festival can begin. So you're running late, guys. You're gonna miss the start of the parade if you don't get to the other side of town fast. So as you begin to kind of pull up out onto the street, get yourselves ready to go, you see something out of the corner of your eye. You look
Oh
to the
no.
left. And as your eyes go to the left, you see pull up two heavy duty cars and two motorcycles. And these cars and motorcycles have been modified to be spiked. And they've got jabbed pieces of metal that as you look closer, you see like tongs and forks. And one of the cars has this large, massive, what looks to be maybe like a rake attached to like one of those sticks to change light bulbs, and it's like swinging out the back and driving these two cars and these motorcycles are all the animals that said rodents don't belong at Pride. You see cats, you see dogs, you see an alligator, you see just all these animals that think they're better than you because you eat from the dumpster. They think you don't deserve Pride. And they have all come out to stop you because they've heard what you're trying to do. So as you kind of pull up in your beautiful float, you see them all turn on their lights. You hear the roar of their engines as this begins to kick off. So, what do you guys do? Pick your first number.
Okay.
And we're going to go opposite order this time around. All right. So,
Sick.
we are going to start with Anthony.
6.
6. Cole.
5.
5. Emma.
Sorry, I was muted. 5.
5. Val.
6.
6. And Maddie.
5.
5. All right. So it starts off. You see these cars coming towards you, and you just got to get away from them. Got to get to Pride. Morty, you and Binks and Nell just leap down onto the accelerator and shoot your car off. You have this extra burst of speed from the red paint on your sail, and you guys are now going to go 40 miles per hour right out of the get-go. As this is happening, Jack, what do you do?
All right, I'm gonna go to the thrusters. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the thrusters, and I say, "Witness us!" and I activate the thrusters.
Both the rocket launchers at once?
Let's try the first thruster.
Okay, so you activate one of your rocket launchers. You guys get a kick of another 30 miles per hour. You are now going 70 miles per hour right out of the gate as one of your rockets just... And you do begin to actually shift a little bit to one side because you have rockets on both sides, but you are still going forward very, very quickly. And, Silk, what do you do?
I activate the other rocket launcher.
So you see Jack just
Yes.
light one, and you say, "Oh yeah," and light one too. You guys are going 100 miles per hour.
Oh no!
You go from 0 to 100 in an instant, and you rocket right through the first page of my map. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 10d6 because as you speed up this fast, you don't know if your float can take it. This is a parade float, 100 miles per hour.
We got a TV on top and a bucket launcher.
And yet somehow, through the spirit of Pride, you take no damage.
Right.
Your
Wait,
car
I want to
fast
yell.
forward. Yeah.
I want to yell out the window. Live fast, eat trash.
Yes.
Live fast,
And
teacher.
get 1, 2, 3, 6 cool points as you just, and this is the coolest thing you could have done. You just rocket forward, literally, and you get 6 cool points that you can spend at any point to do a crazy number of cool things. Let's go to the second page of the map. Directly ahead of you, though, you see that the cars behind you have set a trap for you. There are piles of burning rubble and other cars. There's a giant slick of oil across the road that has been ignited. And as you kind of come closer, you actually see a very small squirrel with a lighter just darting away, who threw it into the fire just as you were speeding forward. You're going 100 miles per hour, guys. Go ahead and pick your numbers.
A squirrel? Isn't he supposed to be on our side?
Okay, wait. Can we
Wait,
try to
squirrels are rodents.
can we decide something as a group?
If you want to spend a cool point, go for it.
I mean, I think this would be an opportunity, y'all.
This would be an opportunity.
Sounds
Do
good.
something cool.
Let's do something cool.
Okay. I'm not as cool as they are in the action movies though, so I'm struggling here. Oh gosh. It's just a trap at the end of this road. There's nothing else on the road.
You see some oil barrels to the side, maybe a sidewalk that you could go on. Behind the fire is a big pile of cars.
But we don't see any are there any dumpsters? Are there any?
There's a couple of trash cans that are burning, lit on fire with stuff. No full-size dumpsters.
No full-size dumpsters.
I was going to suggest that we take the thrusters and point them down and try to launch the car up.
That was my launch it up, try and jump over these cars.
Okay, if you're gonna try to get airborne, that's gonna use 4 of those cool points right away. Just rack them out.
Burn them! Burn them all!
All right,
Let's do it.
So,
2 of you kind of
Launch it.
pull back onto those rocket launchers and push the car, and you begin to kind of feel yourselves shake and lift. And I'm gonna go ahead and do an extra damage roll, even though you haven't had turns, because this is a little intense. And I feel I'm allowed to do that. So, why did I roll a 100 or a d20? Goodness me. Try that again. Okay, not too bad actually. You begin to feel the car shake, and a lot of your streamers and things that were held on with duct tape begin to rip off and get pulled off as you take 1 point of damage. But your car begins to rocket up, and you actually hit one of the bits of broken car, and it kind of launches you up and over the fire. You're not flying, so you do actually kind of feel the fire lick the bottoms of your float, but you make it up and over the flames in a very, very badass, cool move.
Can I use this opportunity to shout, "What a lovely day!" as we go over this fire? I've been waiting to pull that out.
and
What a lovely day.
can I just for cool factor? Can I try to take my empty aerosol can of paint and toss it into the flames so that just as we land over it, there's a mini explosion?
Yes. What color?
Yes.
It was red paint, right?
Red paint.
So as your aerosol can hits the fire, there's a of a red explosion that just sort of comes up out of the fire. As you're beginning to rocket away from the scene of destruction, unfortunately, you hear a as another rocket lights up. Yours are beginning to sputter out because they aren't long lasting. But this van behind you that was hiding in the rubble with a rocket attached to the top, theirs is fresh. So you begin to move in, and this car is right on your tail. You kind of look over and you see in the driver's seat the smug, grinning face of a corgi.
A corgi? Oh.
Specially bred, beautiful dog that doesn't want you at Pride. All right.
Get a tail!
All right, you move into the next page of the race. This corgi mobile is right behind you. Its rocket is lit. You are beginning to slow down as your rockets are turning off. You are going to drop suddenly down to 40 miles per hour. And this one is speeding up. There's also now a dumpster that you could not see through the fire that has appeared ahead of you. All right, pick your numbers. What are we going to do? Okay, starting with Anthony.
I would like to do 3.
3, Cole.
6.
6, Emma.
6.
Okay, Val.
6.
6,
shit.
and Maddie.
4.
4. All right. You guys feel your car begin to slow as you hear your rockets begin to putter. And you slow down, and this rocket car actually begins to get ahead of you. You're only going 40 miles per hour now. You are coming to a slow stall. As that happens, Jack, you take the wheel and you're able to turn the car right about 30 degrees and avoid the dumpster, but you are now behind the rocket car. It might get to Pride before you. As that is happening, we'll start with Morty using an item.
Okay. So the car sped up by past us.
Yes, it is now going significantly faster than you.
Well, I kind of. Okay, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna take my lead pipe and I'm gonna throw it at the fan.
What are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for the rocket now, because at first I was thinking that they'd be to the side of us, and I was gonna aim it at that stupid corgi, but you know they flew off, so I'm gonna aim it at the rocket.
All right, give me a ferociousness check.
Alrighty. I got ferociousness in spades. And that is 2 4s and a 5.
All right, 3 successes. You just javelin chuck this lead pipe directly into the back of the rocket, and you just see sparks, and it goes dark. The entire rocket explodes, and the van kind of lifts up by its back end, and the front tires like skidding forward as it's being pushed until it lands against this dumpster and smashes the roof of the van into the side of the dumpster. Just crash. All right. Silk, what do you do?
Oh god, I had an idea. And it's a bad one.
There's no bad ideas.
The bad ideas
No
are
bad
totally.
ideas.
So the rocket has exploded.
Yep.
And is this car down?
It has crashed.
Can I try and launch out of our car and slash their tires?
You're leaping out of your vehicle.
To try and slash tires.
Okay. You guys are not up to that vehicle yet. Do you want to kind of wait till you get up next to it?
Yeah, I'll surfboard up.
Okay. As you kind of like prep yourself, waiting for the exact moment for when your car goes right next to it, so you can jump out and slash its tires. Binks, what are you doing?
So, originally, I was going to take some of our streamers and try to throw them onto the window shield of their car. However, they're now crashed, is that right?
Seems like it.
Okay. So, all right. Okay. So maybe then what I'm going to do is instead I want to take stock of how many streamers have we lost? Does the side of our car, is it missing all the streamers now?
Mostly, yeah. You've only taken 1 point of damage, but we're going to say all of that damage was like aesthetic damage. Your car is functioning fine, but like your beautiful things that you've added have been ripped off.
Okay. Do we still have our flag?
You do still have your massive flag. That's going to take a lot more damage to be hit.
Okay. Whatever remaining like streamers or things that we have, I want to try and just fix and like reaffix them if they're there, now that we don't have to worry about this car anymore.
Okay. Do you have any duct tape or anything like that?
Do I still have any duct tape left from when I went
Yeah, I mean it was like one of those heavy duty rolls.
Okay.
If duct tape was your item, I say you still got it.
Totally just gonna duct tape those
Okay.
babies right back on there.
You're making your car look better again, and you know,
That's
it's
great.
appreciated. It's gotta look good.
It's important.
It's very important. And last but not least, Nell, I believe. Yes?
So
Yeah.
Yes. So funny story. Originally, I was gonna take my broom and try to throw it at the tires,
Lots
but
of
clearly
javelin throwing in this group.
so much. So instead, I see Banks like trying to make the thing look pretty, and I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. We're already listening to Queen, so I'm gonna like take out my cassette tape and I want to unravel it and use the things, and I want to like make them streamers and like attach them and make it like cool.
You
looking.
add more streamers. I will say that you guys have fixed your damage. You are back up to a full, healthy 10-point car because you have just re-beautified it with your cassette tape and your duct tape. It is pristine now.
That's cool.
All right.
I hold over.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I hold out a fist to Banks for a fist bump. And immediately I'm left hanging.
My fist is here. I was muted. I apologize. So my fist is here. And I'm ready. That's right.
All right, so you guys kind of skid up past. You're not going so fast anymore, so you're not going very quick. But, Silk, you see your opportunity as you kind of slowly, at 40 miles per hour, begin to pass the other car. Make an alacrity check for me, or a ferociousness check. It depends. Are you trying to not fall off your float and make it back on, or are you trying to do damage?
I'm trying to not fall off my float.
Okay, so make this an alacrity check.
Okay, that's a 2, a 5, and 2 3s.
Okay, so that's only one success. So as you kind of leap off the side, you kind of slash into it. You see the corgi is like whimpering against the glass, trying to get out of the car. And as you see that, you're distracted because for just a second, you think, I don't want to hurt someone. And then you topple off your float. And you are going to get left behind. All right.
Can I do anything? Can we make a group decision? Try to get
You have
get
2
her
core
back.
points left.
Well, didn't we get 2 more from the damage?
No, I thought
You had 6.
I think
You
I thought we
you
had-
had 6.
Well, yeah, we spent
Oh,
4 for the rocket, and then we did a damage roll to see if how much
That's
damage.
right. We did do a damage roll to see when you shot off your top. I didn't write down your cool points. Yes, so you do have more than that. You have 6 again, actually. So yeah, you have lots of cool points. What do you want to do?
I would like to see if does Nell still have a broom?
I do still have my broom.
I want to take you by the legs and kind of hang you up on the side and hold out that broom for you for her to get back on.
Oh shit, you could have warned me first.
So this chain happens. Make a rotundity check for me. And then depending on what you roll, I'll decide how many cool points this is going to cost.
Can I
Okay.
assist and hold him?
I will say because Nell is already involved, you can have 1 extra dice for Nell, but we're not going to have everybody help. Just for this time around.
Oh, I have full 2.
No, you're just hanging on.
6.
I'm hanging.
6, and another 6.
All right, so Satan is with us, and you manage to kind of reach your broom out, and Silk, you're just like, broom. You grab onto it, and I'm not going to charge you any cool point. I have to charge you 1. I'm going to charge you 1 cool point, but you rolled really, really good. So you just
That's
kind of
fat.
pull Silk back onto the float. All right. You
Thank you,
then
my friends.
see coming out from this alley and looking like it's going to jump the dumpster, one of the motorcycles. It is now your turn. Pick your numbers.
Is the dumpster in our way? Just to.
You'll probably skid around it. You might need to just a little bit, but you might make it past without anything.
Mm.
Okay.
We all did such great work repairing the aesthetics. I don't know.
All right. Anthony, number.
5.
Cole.
5.
Emma.
5.
Val.
I don't know whether to turn or to accelerate. I don't know much about cars. 5.
All right. And Maddie.
I picked 5.
Okay, so you guys were going 40, but as you see another one of these animals that have been oppressing you begin to come out in this motorcycle that's loaded down with sharp and dangerous objects, you just nope right out of that situation, and all 5 of you push down on the accelerator and just lurch forward. I did forget to roll damage, so let me do that real quick. It's only 4 because you were only going 40 miles per hour last time. Okay, you got 3 cool points. You guys are
Finn is with us.
9. You have 9 cool points now. You begin to speed forward at 90 miles per hour, and behind you, this motorcycle jumps over the dumpster and is going pretty fast. It's not quite keeping pace with you, but it is not getting left in your dust. We're going to move to the next map, and I'm going to roll damage again because that was the end of that turn. All right. There's your car coming out there. There's the motorcycle's over here. He's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be here. There's the other motorcycle. All right, you guys are going 90 miles per hour. There's a motorcycle directly behind you. You see another motorcycle. This is the one with the large spike pulling out to the side. At the top of the spike, you see this cat that is like perched and like rocking back and forth on this pole. It's a polecat. And looks like they're going to try to flank on either side of you guys. All right, what do you do? Pick your numbers. Okay, Anthony.
6.
6. Cole.
6.
6. Emma.
5, sorry.
5. Val.
5.
5. Maddie.
5.
Are just like, nope. See you later. We're gonna say see you later, alligator. There's an alligator driving this motorcycle behind you.
Right.
Peace means
And you're
see
just
you
gonna
later.
shoot ahead of them. You're going 120 miles per hour, guys, which is real good because you notice up ahead of you, the bridge that you know you have to cross to get to the other side of the city is beginning to lift and separate like a drawbridge. I'm gonna just apologize for saying you guys, you folks. That was gendered language. I'm gonna try to fix that. As you rocket forward, however, this other vehicle is gonna come up right next to you, and you are now side along with this motorcycle, and this cat, this polecat, is rocking back and forth towards you, and she's got what looks like a pretty sharp knife in her hand and might be going for your tires. Let's see. Nell, what do you do?
So since we like stole this car, is there like a water bottle or anything on the floor, or was it cleaned out?
You're raccoons. You live in a dump. Of course you didn't clean out the trash from the bottom of the car. There's like old French fries, there's a water bottle, there's a McDonald's cup.
French fries.
There's like this distinct smell of someone having spilled their coffee and never cleaned it. And at this point, I'm just describing my own car. So
That's so hard.
So
I feel it.
is
Those are-
the water bottle full? Does it have water in it?
half. I'll give you half. It's like
Okay.
slightly crumpled at the top because it's at that fullness where you go to drink it and it just sort of in on itself. Yeah.
I want to take that. I want to uncap it and I want to chuck it at the cat.
Okay. Make a ferociousness check for me.
I'm pretty fierce, so let's hope for some good rolls. Ooh,
So fierce.
cocked. So fierce. That's a 6 and a 5.
That's 2 successes. Okay, you just sort of yeet this water bottle at the polecat and just smack her off the pole, and she just kind of like slides down the pole back onto the motorcycle. And
Does
the
she get
other, oh, so wet. The other cat that's like driving the motorcycle like catches her, and she's just like standing there, wet cat fur dripping, just super angry.
Take
Alright.
that.
And Jack, what do you do?
All right, so since we're throwing things, we might as well throw the recliner chair out with the bathwater, and I'm just going to give us more speed, but also try to aim at the other motorcycle.
Okay, I need a rotundity check. And I'm gonna ask you, because this is a full reclining chair that is strapped to your moving vehicle, you're gonna have to spend some cool points as well.
Okay, can I ask a question? Could
Yes.
it be part of my origin story since I've done this before? This is all kind of routine for me.
Super reckless, dangerous, deadly driving. Yeah, you've done this before, so I will give you an extra dice. I need 3 successes from you, and it's gonna cost 2 cool points. So that'll be 5 total to be able to do this.
Okay.
Oh man,
Okay.
I'm kind of sweating.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a 5, a 2, a 2, and a 3.
Oh.
Okay. So with 1 success, you are able to pull the armchair off of its ties, and it is now loose, and it's going to be easier to push it off next time, but it takes all your strength to pull it free, and you have to take a second to catch your breath before you're going to be able to push this thing off, because it is a heavy armchair and you are just a raccoon. So you are set up to be able to try it again if you would like, but you didn't get it this time.
Of course.
Did
All
we
right.
still lose the 2 cool points?
I will say, because it didn't succeed, I'm not going to cost you the cool points.
Okay, just checking. And do we?
I just am real nice, and you can just keep them. It's fine. So you can do more.
That's
cool
why
things.
we love you, Anders.
So you guys are now rocketing forward at 120 miles per hour, and this polecat is starting to lag behind a little bit. The other motorcycle seems to be trying to catch up, but you're starting to lose them just a bit as you come to the split in the drawbridge. You guys are going 120 miles per hour. There are 2 motorcycles behind you trying to catch up to you. What do you do? Pick your numbers. All right. Anthony.
6.
6. Cole.
5.
5. Emma.
5.
5. Val.
5.
5. Maddie.
5.
Okay. I forgot to roll damage last time. I'm so bad about doing that. Let me just roll 12d6 real quick. Okay. So as this armchair is pulled off and your car speeds up to that 120 miles per hour, you begin to feel parts of it breaking. Like parts of the engine are beginning to sputter and struggle a bit because you are going so ridiculously fast. So you guys are actually going to take 3 damage just to internal engine overheating at this point. You do get 4 more cool points though. So you guys have 13 cool points now that could be spent for ridiculous things if you'd like to do that. All right. How many people going fast? 4 of you choose to go fast. 160 miles per hour.
Yikes.
I'm gonna let Jack do his action before you just.
Second verse, same as the first. We need this weight off of the car. I'm gonna try to throw it as an obstacle, maybe as a projectile. Whatever works, honestly.
Okay. 2 successes now. Because you've already got it free, so only gonna cost you, or need 2.
Same extra die, or just not this time?
Same extra die, yep.
Okay, that's a 5, a 1, and a 3. Come on. And a 6!
Okay, that's 2 successes. It's gonna cost you 2 cool points, but you just kind of put your little front paws down and push with your back paws, and poof, the armchair almost in slow motion as your car is speeding up and beginning to leave gravity behind and go into the air, just kind of rolls off, and you watch it roll, hit the ground. You see the cat motorcycle smack into the armchair, flip up in the air, begin to just do these like spins, and as you soar over the gap, weightless, easily passing it, the polecats don't make it to the other side, and you just see them drop and disappear before you hear a splash down below.
Bye, Felicia.
After a couple moments, you do see the other motorcycle makes it.
Oh no.
You still have somebody on your tail. What was that gonna be, Jack?
No, I was just gonna say that's, I guess, the technical way of using that phrase.
Okay, so you come flying down this path at 140 miles per hour. I'm gonna roll your damage really quick. I mean, 140 miles per hour, guys.
Oh my god.
And you don't take any damage as you hit the ground.
Awesome.
It's beautiful. Just 5 raccoons on the most thrown together, MacGyvered float you've ever seen. Just, you all just kind of like lift up and your fur lifts. And then you just bounce, and then you are just flying forward, and up ahead you see it. The beautiful rainbow colors of pride. And you are coming straight towards the now moving parade and the hundreds and thousands of people gathered at 140 miles per hour. What do you do? All right, Anthony.
One.
Cole.
1.
1. Emma. 6. Val.
1.
1. Maddie.
3.
3. Okay. So, 3 of you just sort of, oh crap, jump down and push down onto the brake as hard as you can. As this is happening, Morty, you just sort of, okay, we're gonna hit these people, we gotta turn out of the way, begin to turn the car to the right, but you are going so fast. With this speed and the brakes being suddenly engaged, you begin to just sort of skid sideways, heading straight towards the Pride barriers. What are you doing, Nell? No,
I
sorry,
said
not Nell. Binks.
I am going to try to aim one of the t-shirt cannons at the Pride Parade to announce our entrance.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is.
Is this
That's
a
the way to do it.
ferocious shot? Is this a...
Absolutely.
Okay, roll ferociousness for me.
Okay. So do I add that number of die to what I'm doing then? Whatever the number is?
No, you
Roll that many die.
Yeah, okay. Right. That's what in my head, that's what I was trying to ask.
And I will say, with your background, you get an extra dice. In fact, this is key to your story. You are making your own Pride. You are smashing into Pride. You get 2 extra dice. This is key.
All right. Okay. I need another die. Hold on, please.
Oh my god, I have the perfect line for this.
Don't fuck me. Okay. I have a 6, a 2, a 1, a 4, and a 4.
A 2, a 6, a 1, and a 4.
I have 6, 4, 4, 2, 1.
Okay, so 3 successes. You just pull back the edge and what is coming out of the t-shirt cannon? Describe this for us.
I assume it's a t-shirt. Is it a t-shirt? Is there something else in there?
I don't know. What did you put in the t-shirt cannon earlier? Flashback. What did you put in this cannon?
I was thinking we were gonna take some of the canvas that we colored and roll it up and put it in there so that it was like rainbow. And when you fire it, you can yell, "Taste the rainbow, bitches." And
Mm-hmm.
That's so much more like wholesome than what I had going on in my head just now.
Maybe you shoved two things in there. So this first
Right.
one comes out beautiful. You've all made it together. Taste the rainbow, and then out from behind it is this little anarchist.
It's probably going to be like a metal can that I found and then shoved like utensils into it and launched it out.
Oh,
So this
chaotic neutral. Chaotic good.
beautiful message of pride comes out, flying. You guys are saying, "We belong here. We belong at Pride. Welcome us." And then through the flag comes bursting behind it a metal can covered in shrapnel. It just flings forward, catches, and it totally destroys the first message and just says, "Fuck you, we are smashing our way into Pride, god damn it."
We're here now.
Well, we're here.
We're here, we're queer, we're raccoons, get used to it.
All right,
Oh.
so at this point, your car is skidding sideways at 100, and we're gonna say 100 miles per hour straight towards these barrels or barriers, just at 100 miles per hour, and it's gonna smack right into the side of them. I'm gonna roll damage, and then depending on what I roll, I will tell you what happens.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I rolled 6 ones.
Oh.
Oh.
We only had 7. We have 7. It's okay.
Seven.
We have 7.
So, what happens? When you
Oh.
get to 0, your car no longer functions.
Uh-huh.
You smack into the barrier, and your car just sort of crumples against it and flips up sideways and begins to spiral. And you just all kind of look at each other. You have tons of cool points. What are you going to do before you smack back into the ground from 100 miles per hour of force? What do you do?
We
Use the
all
canvas. We gotta use the canvas.
need to
Yeah,
flip-
we got a parachute.
yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
parachute it.
Parachute.
Okay. So the 5 of you all just sort of grab onto the canvas, and as your car is spinning this ball of wreckage, you hear screams coming up. Your car smacks into the side of a float dedicated to bears. You can decide what type of bear. It's your choice, chat. But you just this
Very good.
parachute just opens up, and there are 5 raccoons just clinging to it, just floating over the Pride Parade, and every single eye is on you. And as that happens, you kind of look down and you begin to see faces that you know. Nell, you look down and there's Quill. She's snuck up onto someone's balcony and has 2 little flags, a rainbow flag and a lesbian pride flag, and is waving them and cheering for you. And you look and you're so proud of yourselves. And as you begin to come down for a landing, you see a wallaby just sort of sitting at the corner of a street, and you're going to land right next to him. You come down to the ground.
I hold up the ring as I land. Well, I guess you could call that a float, huh? Be mine, wallaby.
I mean, just tears and an immediate yes, hug. So happy. And around you, there are people cheering. There's some people angry, but they can't get to you because the wall of people who are so amazed by what just happened are blocking them. And then your t-shirt cannons go off, because shoved down in the back of them that you couldn't find, just these 2 pops of rainbow confetti and glitter just shoot out from your destroyed float in the background.
Confetti!
And you did it!
I'm
You made it to Pride. You win.
I'm totally not tearing up at all.
I teared up, yeah. This is also perfect music. Mm.
You did it, guys! Happy Pride!
Happy
Dance
Pride!
party.
It was amazing.
So perfect.
Oh, that's wonderful. That was a very wonderful first Crash Pandas experience.
It was such a wholesome ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
So, thank you guys for watching this little adventure, this very, very gay adventure. We're gonna go around and I'm gonna have everyone tell you who they are, how to find them, tell what their favorite moment was, and if they've got anything else going on that they want to share with you. Yeah, so I don't remember what order we went in last time, but I'm gonna just go down in a circle and start with Emma.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hi. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. Oh, this song. I'm sorry. It's the best. Okay. So, my favorite moment, I mean, truly, it's that this song out of nowhere, like, this is it. This is like the queer pride song. And so that was amazing that we came like parachuting down to this. That's beautiful. And where can you find me? You can find me here a lot this month, like all the time. So follow my Twitter for that. I'm here on Mondays for Ravnica and Tuesdays sometimes for these Pride stuff. Thursday, I will be playing the MCG mixtape. I'll be bringing back Glitch. Saturday at noon, we will have our Pride brunch. We have a really awesome crew this week. And then you can find me again at 6 for Salt Marsh, along with Anders and Val. And then Sunday, I'll be back at noon for Goth brunch. Remember what I'm doing. It's fine. And I think that's it. It's this music. It's so good. Thank you. This is awesome.
All right, Anthony.
I just realized I saw in the Twitch chat I'd spelled Anothony. I thought that was kind of funny. Hi, I mean, Meji Rider, once again, you can find my contact details below. It's 2 eyes. I do a stream of my own on Basil Best Boys Twitch stream. It's called Book of Many Things. We do a lot of different D&D streams. I'm a player in bi-weekly, on every Monday at 8 Eastern Standard Time. I do one same time Saturday for my own setting called Discordia. You can always follow me on Twitter. If anyone is interested in doing more D&D tabletop stuff, I'm always around. I'm always interested. It's been a wonderful, wonderful blast. There's just so many favorite moments. Had to be when everyone pitched in to do the writing on the back for Wallaby and the cans. That was really, really, that was when I teared up the most. Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Awesome. Cole.
Hi, I'm Cole. You can find me on Twitter at Cole Moriel. I'm actually going to be in a couple one-shots over at Dadbod D&D. I'll be playing next Wednesday. And also on July 10th, they're really cool, and you should follow them on Twitter because they post dad jokes. So, totally worth it. What else am I doing? I don't even know. My favorite moment, I totally agree with M that the song came on, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm going to cry. It's fine. Second favorite moment, though, was definitely, the broom action and saving Silk. And getting her back on track, because I thought that was really quick thinking and cute. I'm also on Instagram at NimMystic, and I post my art things there, and I do artsy stuff and overlays and things. I did a lot of stuff with Anders, and hopefully we'll be continuing that soon. Ooh, you should check out Hats, Cats, and Clerics. And that's me. Catch you on the flip side, yo.
All right, Val.
Hi, I'm Val. My favorite moment was, again, exactly the same as Cole, that broom saving thing, because it was so touched that you guys came to save Silk. And also the ending where we parachuted into this song, and it's just so old. And then the proposal, and Quill was there. Oh, this has been such an awesome experience. Thank you so much. This has just been so much fun from beginning to end, and it's lovely. I'm here on Variant Rolls again. Variant Rolls on Thursday with Shadow Dusk, and again I'm with Anders and Emma for Saltmarsh, and then on Saturday, and then Emma again with Gothic French on Sunday. It's gonna be a fun week. Catch you on the flip side again.
How many flip sides are there? All right, and last but not least, Maddie.
Hey folks, I'm Maddie. You can find me playing D&D Wednesdays and Fridays over at Soul Bear RPG, where on Wednesdays it's pretty interesting. I play a curmudgeon of a hobgoblin that is actually shipping with the swashbuckler bard, and we may have almost let the boat that we were on just die because we needed to, recharge. I've never done that in D&D before. It was bizarre and amazing, and it's been a lot of fun. I host a talk show on my channel on Saturdays, and this month on after the shows we're running one-shots, called them the Big Gay One-Shots, and we're raising money for different charities. This Saturday we're doing a So Random D&D one-shot and raising money for GLSEN, and then on the 29th we're doing a Dragonlance 5e one-shot and raising money for Mermaids UK. So we're raising money for groups that work with the youth, which is really important to me. And what else? There's something. And also every other Tuesday on Femsplained Twitch channel, we're playing it's set in Neverland, and I play a cat bard with a Scottish accent, and he's just random. My favorite moment because I run a merch shop, I think t-shirts all the time, and so the metagaming pigeon was something that really stuck with me. and,
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever. And live fast, eat trash. That's gonna be on a shirt in the shop tonight. Okay, that's happening. I love that so much, and and this was so much fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, I guess it's me now. I'm Anders. You can find me on the internet at Anders_D_K. I do some stuff here on Variant Rolls. I'm gonna play with Emma on Thursday in the MCG mixtape, and in Saltmarsh on Saturday, and in Old Myths on Sunday. Yep, that's all of them. Next week on Wednesday, gonna be playing in some spooky summer games, Summer Spooks Camp Death over on what is the name of the channel? I don't even remember. Katie Fass Twitch, I think. We're gonna be playing Fiasco, and it's gonna be super spooky, and I think we're all gonna die.
Katie Face, yeah.
Katie Face, thank you. And on the 29th, I'm going to be running a game of The Secrets of Cats over on Unmade Gaming, where people get to be kitties that have secrets, which I think they're still doing signups for. So if you want to play a cat in a Fate Accelerated setting with me as your game master, you should go check that out.
Always.
Time to do my warrior cats.
I just want to say a bunch of thank yous. Thank you to Maddie for running all the tech. Thank you to Jahus the Moose for making the overlay. She's my brain sibling. We're in each other's heads, and I said I need an overlay, and that beautiful thing was made in a day.
It's gorgeous.
And thank you for all of you guys for playing, and to Variant Roles for giving me a chance to play and lead this. It was a blast. I had so much fun. I made myself a little emotional, and I think we're gonna raid now. I saw that in chat that we're gonna stick around and raid WebDM, maybe.
Can I just really quickly thank you
Yeah.
to everybody who donated bits tonight. All donations this month are going directly to Trans Lifeline. We've raised almost $300 thanks to all of you, which is amazing. That makes me want to cry because Trans Lifeline is so important to the LGBTQIA plus community and so important for trans folks. So thank you for doing all of that. And every little bit helps. Like every single bit helps. But seriously, that's wonderful and amazing. You all are amazing. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit, and we'll go to the closeout scene and have a couple minutes of jam, and we're gonna raid WebDM. Thank you guys so much. Happy Pride. I love you. Goodbye.